Okay, two stories today. First one is more of a story, second one is more of an awesome comeback. So the first one has to do with quad aces. So back in 2021 at MGM, they had a promo for a short time. If you had a pocket pair and you hit backdoor quads, you got a bonus of $2,500. So you have to flop, no improvements, turn your set, river your quads. So a guy had pocket aces. He flopped the third ace and then rivered the fourth. So he didn't hit him backdoor. So he didn't get the $2,500 bonus, but he did get a $100 bonus for hitting quads in any fashion. So people are talking, oh, if you got the third one on the turn, you would have got this huge bonus. People are telling him a ton of things. No one knows all the rules. No one's articulating it very well. So I step in because this is going to take forever and just overwhelm the guy. So I tell him all the rules. It has to be backdoor. It would be $2,500. There's slightly different bonuses. One is a quads bonus, that's what he hit. There's also a backdoor quads bonus, it's a separate thing. Whatever the minimum had to be in the pot. I tell him everything. The one thing I leave out, which I knew I was leaving out, but the one thing I left out was that you need to have a pocket pair. I didn't want to overwhelm the guy with information. I think there's no chance he's hitting quads again, by the way, so it's moot. But I already told him like so many details of this, and I didn't feel like overwhelming him with one more detail, and I left out the part that he needed to have a pocket pair if he was going to hit the backdoor quads. The very next hand, and I'm not like super paying attention to the hand, I'm out of it, but he's in it. He has ace two, he flops an ace, he turns a third ace, and he rivers a fourth ace for quads. And I was kind of paying attention towards the end because I could see he's like breathing really hard for some reason. And he thinks he's going to get the $2,500 bonus because he hit backdoor quads. And I didn't tell him that he needs a pocket pair. So the hand plays out, he flips it over, he thinks he's going to get $2,500. And the dealer or someone says, oh no, I mean, it doesn't count the way you hit it. And he's like really surprised, and he looks at me, and I like was barely even looking at the center of the table. But when I could tell that he is like looking for an explanation, I just looked over and said, oh yeah, you need a pocket pair. I didn't tell you that part. So I didn't mean to mess with him, but the way it happened, the one detail I left out was the one detail that he didn't know about, and that was the one difference between him getting the $2,500 and him not getting anything. Because even with the quads bonus, you needed a pocket pair. So he thought he was getting an extra $2,500, he got zero. And now here's the good comeback. So this was at Bally's around the same time in like mid-2021, and a guy gets up. We weren't full anyway. A guy gets up. So a guy asks the dealer, how many players do we need for reduced rake? He wants to know if we're short enough to get reduced rake. So in addition to the guy who actually picked up, another guy with his chip still on the table had just walked away. So the second guy thought the first guy was asking to break. Like, let's forget this guy who just walked away, even though his chips are on the table, let's break and fill in the other games. So the second guy didn't really hear what the first guy said initially. So he says, no, keep his chips here, keep him at the table. You always want more players. Let's see who else shows up. Which wasn't really the conversation that was going on. So then the first guy just goes, you didn't hear what I said. The second guy goes, oh, well, what'd you say? And the first guy says, exactly. And remember, rice is a spoon food.